The truth is, every single leader will fail multiple times, but what makes all the difference is how they view and react to these failures. Let's look at 3 key leadership characteristics that will help you bounce back after an epic failure. With a hint of good judgment, to fear nothing, not failure or suffering or even death, indicates that you value life the most. You live to the extreme, you push limits, you spend your time building legacies. Those do not die. As challenging as it might be to view failure as something that you want to prevent from happening at all costs, you need to recognize and take responsibility for failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. I know that leadership is no easy feat, but there's going to be roadblocks that pop up and happen at all times. While we're discussing accepting your failure, I love this quote by John C. Maxwell. The difference between average people and achieving people is their perception of and response to failure. The important thing to keep in mind is that failure or success does not have to be a binary concept. Accept that failure and then separate it from who you are as a person, and then ask yourself first, what are the 3 major lessons I learned from this situation? Secondly, what did I do that worked? Third, what did I do that didn't work? Fourth, what did I miss? And fifth, what could I have done differently? The second key concept for bouncing back after an epic failure in leadership is to channel your emotional resilience. Now, I know this is hard because when you've encountered a failure, you might want to just feel like all you want to do is isolate yourself and retreat and keep yourself away from the outside world. When in fact, really what you need to be doing is channeling your emotional resilience and making sure that you show everybody that you are a force to be reckoned with. Everyone has failure, whether they show it or not. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Leadership is about figuring out what you want to do and then inspiring others to join you on that quest. A lot of the information that you know and you want to share comes from actually failure or falling flat on your face. I hate to tell you that. So when you do, use that failure to further fuel your goals and trust in your emotional resilience and your ability to bounce back, because you will. So the third key to leadership after you've had an epic failure is to recommit to a new plan. You are going to try again, you are going to fail again, and then you are going to fail better. And this quote was from Samuel Beckett. After you've clearly identified and documented the causes of failure, I want you to then recommit and create a new plan. Use those failures as a stepping stone to push you forward, and use those failures as an opportunity to show and prove epic success in the next area that you are going to focus on. Have very clear objectives and goals, and then work a plan and work towards that as you set yourself up for a new adventure. So what's the takeaway? When we give ourselves permission to fail, we at the same time give ourselves permission to excel. How you react to failure ultimately determines how you and your organization can rise above challenges. So, summon your emotional resilience and use the lessons you've learned from that failure to bounce back, whether that means adjusting your strategy or implementing a new one. Thank you, friends, for sharing this space with me.